What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today I would like to talk about Digimon that are poop. And that's not like metaphorically, I mean that very literally. And when I say want to talk about, that might be a slight exaggeration, but these cards look really fun. I have it on authority. What some people have told me is basically these Digimon are kind of like a punishment, where you haven't actually digivolved properly, so you get punished by basically getting Digimon, like Sukamon, that are like literal, actual poop. Which is a bit weird, honestly. Yay. I mean, over on Digimon.fandom.com, their description says its intelligence and offensive ability are non-existent. So, yeah. Basically, these aren't good Digimon in the Digimon lore, but the good news is we got dual color yellow and black, and these ones look fun. But Sukamon's partner is Tumon, and we might as well start there. Translations here from the lovely folks over at Ensan Gaming, and me a little bit. I played around with these translations as well. So Tumon then, we got a free cost to play 1000 power, one cost to Digivolve level 3, and if you've watched these videos at all, you will know that generally I'm not a fan of paying to Digivolve my level 3s. I want my level 3s to be 0 cost to Digivolve. Because generally speaking, right, you go first, turn 1, you start off with a memory counter on 0. The memory gauge is 0. Which means the very first thing that you do passes the turn to your opponent. So the general rule, and if you played enough games of Digimon, you will have seen this hundreds and hundreds of times. You Digivolve your level 2 in your breeding area for 0 memory, play a card, or maybe evolve into a level 4, and then you pass your opponent with like 1 or 2 memory. You can't do that with a 1 cost to Digivolve, and that makes me sad. But you are dual color black and yellow, so, you know, you've got that. And we got both a regular and inheritable skill, which used to be really rare in the early days of the game. It's not that rare anymore. So on your turn, when this Digimon is about to Digivolve into a card with Sukamon in its name, the evolution cost is reduced by 1. So it's kind of weird. You know, we're not getting Sukamon yet, but Sukamon is a 2 cost to Digivolve, which is generally what we would expect, incidentally, for a level 4. So you got to pay 1 memory rather than 0 to get into your level 3, which I hate. But then you get that memory back when you evolve into your level 4. But as I explained a minute ago, I despise having to pay to Digivolve into level 3s, so getting it back later honestly doesn't make me terribly happy. Do remember we also do have the Sukamon from BT3. It's the only other one that's been released at the moment. That is the one with a deletion skill that lets you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, and you can play a Tumon for free. Which of course would include this Tumon, which is really rather lovely. And actually, while we're here, I think it is worth shouting out Tumon just very quickly, because of course we do have the Tumon from BT3 as well that says your opponent cannot gain memory except with tamer effects, and it is actually a really very good card that has actually seen quite a bit of play. So, you know, that's worth bearing in mind. That's a pretty cool card that could end up being good. Just, you know, something to think about. So anyway, going back to this Tumon then, we've got a nice skill to lower your evolution cost, but it's not amazing. And then we've got an inheritable skill on deletion if this Digimon has Sukamon or Etamon in its name, and that is, has it in its name, not is called, very important difference. You can play a card named Tumon from your trash, at rest, suspended, without paying its cost. Oh, so you're playing a Tumon for free when it gets deleted. I like it. Really good inheritable skill. Don't like paying 1 memory to evolve, like both of the skills. Moving on to Sukamon then, we got a free cost to play 1000 power, terrible for a level 4. But it's a 2 cost to Digivolve from either yellow or black, which is not terribly bad. And we got a deletion skill here. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add a card with Tumon or Sukamon or Etamon in its name to your hand, and trash the rest. Now, I'm not loving that you trash rather than put them at the bottom of your deck. It could be bad, but bearing in mind, I've just told you that Tumon plays Tumon from your trash, so it's not the end of the world at all. And let's face it, this is a skill we've seen like a billion times before. Look at the top 3 or 4 cards of your deck, add a card to your hand. They are very good skills that see a lot of play. We then have an inheritable skill on both players' turns. When this Digimon would be deleted, you can delete another Digimon with Sukamon in its name to prevent that deletion. And this might be a nice time to remind you of the Sukamon I just told you about from BT3, which has got a deletion skill that lets you play a Tumon for free. Well, assuming you can find one in the top 3 cards of your deck. So potentially here, your opponent tries to delete this, or I should say a level 5 or higher that has evolved from this, but then they don't get your level 5, they get your level 4 Sukamon, which then lets you play a Tumon for free. I cannot be the only one that thinks that's a pretty good trade that works out in your favour rather nicely indeed. Now, we then move on to your level 5 King Sukamon, and this one is, I'm going to be honest with you, very, very wordy. So what we've got here is a 7 cost to play normally, 6,000 power, which is very low, and a 4 cost to Digivolve from a level 4. That's rubbish. It should be a free cost. It's generally a free cost. But you can also evolve from a level 4 Sukamon for free cost. You can Digivolve from any level 4 card with Sukamon in its name for a free cost, which is nice. I mean, basically, it should be a free cost to Digivolve. It's a 4 cost. It lets us from Sukamon, in which it goes back to a free cost. Kind of awkward if I'm honest, but at least it's better than not having it. Then when you play or Digivolve, when your opponent has 16 or more cards in their trash, or you have 3 or more cards with Sukamon in their name in your trash, until the end of your opponent's next turn, one of your opponent's Digimon becomes a white Sukamon card with 3,000 power. So basically, you get to just turn them into Sukamon, and then they're super weak, and then you get to go after them. And that makes me very happy indeed. Then, when attacking, until the end of the turn, for each other card with Sukamon in its name, this Digimon gets security attack +1. And it doesn't say your Digimon named Sukamon. It's just the number of Sukamon. So, you know that evolution skill that turns your opponent into, or one of your opponent's Digimon into a white Sukamon? It's not just good because they're a weak Digimon that can be easily taken out. It's also good because it gives you security attack +1. And here's the thing. You've got a potential here to evolve into King Sukamon and get lots and lots and lots of extra security attack. But remember, you've got 6,000 power. And you're not going to have many opportunities to attack the stack and hit a Digimon with 5,000 power or less. You are, let's say you get security attack +3, which is really not out of bounds here at all. Are you actually going to be able to attack 4 security cards and not see one with 7,000 power or above? The answer is almost certainly not. But this is where I remind you of the inheritable skill on Sukamon. When this Digimon would be deleted, by deleting another Digimon with Sukamon in its name, prevent that deletion. So essentially what you do here is you try and give yourself security attack +3 or maybe even higher by having 2 other Sukamon in play for you and 1 for your opponent you've turned into a Sukamon with your evolution skill. And then you attack the stack, and sure, you're going to run into Digimon that would delete you. But let's say you've got 2 Sukamon in play, you're attacking the stack 4 times. Because again, one of your Digimon. Well, all you need to do here is basically just delete the other Sukamon. Like, if you've got 2 Sukamon in play, your opponent's got 1 Sukamon, that means you get security attack +3. So, sure, every time you attack the stack, it might be a Digimon that should delete you, but you've got 3 extra security attack and you've got 3 Sukamon to sacrifice. And as long as one of those 4 security cards that you hit isn't one that would delete you, you get to survive at the end of it as well. And the translation of Mensan Gaming, and from what I can see on the card as well, the evolution skill on Sukamon seems to say deleting another Digimon with Sukamon in its name, not another one of your Digimon, i.e., when you evolved and you turned one of your opponent's Digimon into a white Sukamon? Yeah. You can basically delete that to save you being deleted. I like Digimon that have a little bit of synergy and work very well together. It makes me happy, and these three Digimon work so well together, it is frankly a little bit absurd. I love it, ladies and gentlemen. I absolutely love it. And we're not even done yet, because we've also got an inheritable skill. When this Digimon is about to be deleted, by deleting another Digimon with Sukamon in its name, prevent that deletion. Oh, okay, yeah, it's the same as the level 4. But still, I've just shown you how good that skill can be on the level 4 going into the level 5. So here you've got it from your level 5 going into the level 6. Nice! Sounds good to me. And bearing in mind you're clearly supposed to evolve into Etamon here, and now you've got some love. We do have an option card we should mention very quickly here. It is the 2-cost Filth Kick. We've got a black card here. If you've got a black tamer in play, reduce the cost by 1 to it's essentially a 1-cost card. Until the end of your opponent's next turn, one of your Digimon with Sukamon, Numemon, Nanimon, or Etamon in its name cannot be blocked, and gets on deletion you gain free memory. So yeah, that's actually really good, because you know what your opponent's going to want to block? Your King Sukamon? Stop him. Also, as a security, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play a black Digimon card with a play cost of 3 or less for free. Sounds good to me, ladies and gentlemen. Sounds good to me. I'm getting a little bit excited about this, and frankly, you should be too, but I want to know how excited you are in the comment section. Get us! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Digimon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, and join the conversation, all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.